Come on, Kevin. We're doing the animations.
He's a professional. So today we have a very special video where we actually want to take you through the entire journey of how we actually make MetaRunner. There's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on to actually make all this happen, and a lot of screw-ups, a lot of funny memes that happen along the way, and we really want to show you guys inside Glitch Productions, inside our company, on how we make these episodes come to life. It's going to be a really, really fun and interesting look into Luke and my life and exactly what we do here.
Now, if you don't know what MetaRunner is, it's a story that follows a girl named Tari. Here she is. She has a robotic arm, and she plays games really, really fast. But she can also go into video games. Now, with these powers, this I think it's blue-collared bad guy.
White collar.
White collar?
Blue collar is the opposite of white
Okay,
collar.
white collar blondie man named Lux. He wants Tari's ass, and he goes after her.
That was the best thing. You were using that. Yeah, so season 2 just finished releasing. You can go watch all of it. Season 1, season 2 is out now. But yeah, let's get to it. Let's start off with the artists and let's see the journey of MetaRunner.
Let's go. Everything started in my bedroom. I started SMG4 there. I was just a little kid just doing these dumb memes. Around 2016, that's when I got 1 million subs. That's when my brother came around and was like, "Luke, we're gonna go on an adventure together." We moved to the back of our house. It was very dirty, very cramped, but as you can see, we got by.
And it was all you needed at the time. Like, it was just Luke and me on like our 2 crappy little PCs.
Yeah.
I would just be writing, I'd be scripting at the time, and Luke would be making the videos. Your little brother duo. This was only like 3 years ago as well.
They invited me down to their place to do my first day of orientation. So I rock up at their place, not knowing what to expect, and it's just this house in like the suburbs. So, hello, I'm Jared, and I'm the project manager at Glitch Productions for MetaRunner. I'm also an animator, a concept artist. I'm everything. I just do a bit of everything. So I got hired back when it was end of 2017, I believe. And yeah, Kevin and Luke were like, "Do you want to come down to Sydney?"
Around 2018, we actually moved into an actual house where we started to hire people. And they came in. They were like, "Why are we working in a house?"
It was strange rocking up at your house for the first day of work because our studio was your house at the time. And then we had all of the computers and whatnot in the back room. And so there was about 4 of us at that stage, I think.
When he says house, he means our second house, not we had 2 houses. We had our parents' house. That's the one Jared was in. This is a different house. All right, just clarifying.
Man, do you want to be on camera? This is my camera right now. Yeah. So my name is Matthew Peckham. I'm a art director, mocap artist, character designer, and whatever else you guys need me to do.
They show me around, and then there's Kevin and Luke and 2 others of their team sitting out the back in this little area, and that was how Glitch started. So I'm just sitting in their living room with like my PC set up, doing this drawing for them.
Glitch hired me by coming over to AIE, which was the academy I was studying at the time. And yeah, they came and had a presentation showing us off SMG4 and the project they wanted to start, which was MetaRunner.
MetaRunner basically was conceptualized by our little sister. She just drew we were coming up with characters for SMG4, I think.
We asked our sister to draw some stuff. They're like, "Oh, maybe we could use some of this." And she drew this little robotic girl in like this little doodle in her notebook. We saw it. We were like, I like this drawing.
Yeah. So from there, I don't know. We were just like, let's go for it. We had no idea what we were doing when we started it. We had 0 experience in animation. From there, we started making episode 1. We gathered a team of artists. Initially, we thought we could do it with only like 3 artists.
Or even 1. Kevin really wanted 1.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I first started at Glitch, the idea was that we were going to have, 10-minute episodes with 1 animator over 3 or 4 weeks, I think it was. But that was impossible. So now it's, 4 weeks? 4 weeks with 4 animators. And yeah, so there's the full-time animators, and then there's Jared and I who work sort of part-time on animation. And yeah, it's absolutely insanity that we were trying to think of doing one animator, 4 weeks, 10-minute episodes at hand keyed.
Honestly, we tried to use really bizarre methods.
We try to achieve things here that other companies don't entirely do. We look for ways around things. We look for the faster solution whilst also creating a product that's as good, if not better than other studios out there, which is amazing to see.
Just every day we're trying to push the technology to make really, really cool stuff that the internet can enjoy. And like, basically we want to be an anime company. We want to be an anime company, that's what we want.
For the Western audience.
Yeah. Hello, Theo.
Crackerjack, hey! My name is Robin Barry Cotter, and I am the voice of Theo, and I'm also a staff writer for SMG4 Glitch Productions. Glitch hired me because I blame everything on David.
Oh, the clapping of my ass cheeks.
David is the voice of Lux. David called me up and was like, they need a voice for a little boy, and you were the first person I thought of. And I'm like, thanks for that. Usually anything that like David would throw at me would be something like fan arty or fan dubbing. I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'll do this for you. And then I go into the studio like, oh, it's actually legit. Wow, this is actually pretty cool. Thanks, David.
What we're making is leagues and bounds better than what I anticipated being able to make, and seeing the team grow as well is amazing. It's incredible to see what we can do.
Kevin wanted to buy a statue of. That's me. He wanted to buy a very expensive statue of Tari, and as well as some other decorations, including an arcade machine. I said, no. So I kind of do two things. I help run the business. I write the scripts. I like flesh out the world, the characters, storylines, you know, what things look like, talk to concept artists, all that stuff.
Yeah, when you see those characters running around on the screen, they're actually designed by yours truly. I'd get handed, you know, oh, this is Lamar, and it'd have like 2 pictures of Terry Crews or someone and be like, there you go. And then that ends up getting made into a model sheet, which goes off to the 3D modelers to turn into an actual 3D character.
So basically I make models in 3D. I start with a cube or a sphere and I do things, I pull things out of it and make it, and then it comes out looking kind of cool. I make big titty anime, can I say big titty? Yeah, big titty anime girls for Glitch Productions. Yeah, it's pretty sick, bro.
Everything that you see move in the show, a rigger's had something to do with it. Rigging is essentially putting the skeletons into all the characters that you love to watch. If someone didn't have a skeleton or their bones, they'd just be a big puddle of goo. We put the bones in so that the animators can move the bones around and be able to animate them.
What do you guys do as animators?
We make things that don't move. That was a dumbass. We get the rigs from the riggers, and then we animate the characters and make them move, make them talk, and give them some life. Basically, it's my job to go around and quality assure everyone's work around the office. So basically, I go in, make sure that everything sort of fits into the main sort of style guide that MetaRun is after.
So you're saying that you're responsible for Tiktari?
I'm saying that I am partially responsible for Tiktari, yes.
Everybody give him a round of applause.
Come on. Beyond that, I also do motion capture, which is basically where we strap a bunch of sensors to our body and we move around and act. We act out the characters. That gets recorded into the computer and we animate from there.
Look, working at Glitch is like working at Facebook. Kevin is like Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, that's not a
Yeah, it's good. It's fun. I really enjoy it. It's like better than my other jobs I've had.
It's really creatively fulfilling. No 2 days are exactly the same, which is something I really, really appreciate. Like writing a script, the next I'll be like brainstorming characters. The next I'll be overseeing the concept artist on like what the designs of the environment should be like.
My skills have definitely improved with each challenges that's popped up. And it's really good to work with these guys because you get to learn even more from them.
We're a pretty small company, so like there is quite a lot of learning and responsibility on each individual person in the company.
As an artist, you gotta go with the punches. You get critiqued, but it's to make you better, make you stronger. Like, yeah.
There's always going to be unforeseen circumstances, so you really need to be able to plan around that and come up with contingencies on how to still deliver the product.
I remember, I think it was last year when we were about to film episode 10, I said I was going to go snowboarding. I did something stupid and managed to hit a tree going extremely fast, and I broke my arm in 2 places. The entire of episode 10 is me motion capture acting with an arm that was broken in 2 places.
Matt, who's doing the mocap, for instance, for action scenes, he can't actually do flips and bounce off walls and stuff like that, which is what happens in the show. So we have to like get that, interpret what's been done, and just really manipulate it to make it look like it does in the end product.
When COVID hit, like we ended up having to work from home for about 3 months or so. We had to put a whole heap of infrastructure in place to make sure that people could still do what they needed to do.
That was a real like kind of wake up call for all of our skills to come together. Like we actually had to just really go to town on our work in a situation that wasn't normal, and everyone had to pull their weight. And so that, I thought actually that was kind of brought the team together in my opinion.
In the first week or so, just to get us back in that, you know, we're still together kind of feeling. We all posted our home workspaces, and you'd have like, you know, not to toot my own horn or anything, but like the really neat ones with, you know, all nice and set up. And then you'd have the people who would just post memes of like, just piles of cans of V and...
So because I'm both the general manager and the head writer, it was writing MetaRunner Season 2 while at the same time trying to buy an office. So like trying to move a like 15-person company over to a brand new office with renovations and furniture, as well as trying to write an entire season of a TV show. That was a pretty tough couple months.
Yeah, so my favorite part from the seasons would definitely be the fight between Lux and Masa in episode 10, season 2. Just because it was a lot of fun to film, we got to have a fight, and yeah, and cutting it together, just watching its progress was absolutely awesome.
My favorite section is actually the chibi game that Sophia uses to explain their mission at Tempest. I'm not sure why. It's not the most dynamic and not the most interesting and flashy part. I just really enjoyed it.
I think for me, I like it, but I also hate it at the same time. The really action-heavy scenes in Hidden Heroes, they're so much fun to do. You get to play around with like extreme poses and like crazy fast movements that we don't normally do in like talking scenes.
Probably the end of season 2. So like I spent quite a long time, you know, writing that scene because it had a lot of exposition, a lot of character development, a lot of big twists and turns. I probably spent like a good whole week just on the final few minutes of season 2. I quite like how it turned out.
My favorite character is, and this is no bias at all, my favorite character is Evelyn.
I like Evelyn because
she's a bitch.
Evelyn, yeah.
Probably Evelyn.
She gets a lot of, like, there's a lot of people who don't quite like Evelyn. That's the point. We designed her to be that character that you love to hate.
Evelyn is not a person, she's a state of mind.
She's a really ridiculous person inherently, so anything that I write for her sounds natural coming out of her mouth.
Come with me. Evelyn, wait here.
Aww, but I want to see the punishment.
I said wait here, Evelyn.
Fine.
I really felt that, like, coming into the second season, she was the character with the most, like, dynamic. She had a lot of personality. She had presence on screen.
Marco's got to be my favorite character, only because he's got such a commanding voice. He's got an even more commanding mustache. That thing is... Yeah, no, it's definitely Marco. He's got the most interesting design. He's got the awesome sort of mech backpack, which has his extra MetaRunner arms. There's the whole backstory between him and Sophia, which I think is awesome.
Oh, who's that?
That's my son.
What's his name?
Pepper Pig.
The journey has been phenomenal. Like, looking back to when I first started, that first day in Kevin and Luke's first office, when it was just the 4 of us, seeing how far it's come, especially with the second season.
It's been a long journey. We've made a lot of mistakes, like way too many.
I can't even begin to like remember. There's so much stuff that's happened in the past 3 years. We put so much time, so much money, and so much effort into just making MetaRunner alone and just growing this company. But I wouldn't change it for the world.
Even if things don't work out, we've learned a lot. We know how to, I think, as managers, as people,
as artists as well.
We've learned a lot of things.
And look, in all honesty, I really think that Glitch has the potential to be something amazing. I'm really proud of what we've made so far. I can't believe we made like MetaRunner. we've made a full animated series with 2 seasons with just this amount of people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the team that we're building here, we're like a family.
Yeah.
Like that is something you can never, I don't think I could ever replace. And I think just overall, I'm so excited what's in store for us in the future.
I want to make more big titty anime girls. That's fun as bro, yeah. I want titty physics. That's what I want next. Straight up. Make it happen.
Honestly, man, I just follow you guys. I do what I'm told. I'm not driving this ship. I'm just helping you steer. What did Jared say to that one? That's a hard question.
What's next for me at Glitch is furthering my animation style, like pushing myself, running future projects, making sure they come out on time.
He said he just wants to improve his skills online.
Oh, really? How selfish. Not even thinking about Glitch.
Once we've got like all the animation, once the channel gets bigger and bigger, you know, video games seems like a pretty cool thing that we could step into. A lot of our guys have a lot of talent already in video games.
They are everything.
Yeah. Video games are everything.